And there was only one black mark on Mo's record last week. One little black mark. What a week it was. He delivered an incredible motivational speech to abused kids that touched everybody in the room. He clutched up and gave this hilarious wedding speech at his uncle's wedding. And his uncle tried tripping him up with like new rules right before he gave the speech. You guys remember that? It's a really great week, except for one thing. Murder!
That's how it's starting. Okay.
You guys remember when he committed murder?
He thought we wouldn't notice.
Tamagotchi is not dead, okay?
Great week outside of murder. Better start explaining.
Okay, so I got to a point in my life where I thought I felt like I needed a puppy. And, of course, before I get a puppy...
He didn't murder a puppy.
No.
Stick with us. Stick with us.
Stay with us. Yeah. Don't leave me. No. So before I get the puppy...
Thank you.
We decided that it would make sense for me to get a Tamagotchi and see if I can keep this Tamagotchi alive for a certain period of time in order for us to know if I was ready to have a puppy in my life.
Now, virtual pet.
Yeah, it's a virtual pet, and it makes a whole... Everybody pretty much knows what these are, right? It makes a whole bunch of different sounds. Looks like a watch in some cases. This one, it looks like it's almost like a keychain, right?
Yeah, it's like a keychain. You would keep it on your keychain, and you have to take care of it. You have to feed it. You have to play with it. You have to clean up after it, and you have to keep it alive.
You have to pick up its little
There are
duties.
many planets in our universe, but only one of them is...
Tamagotchi Planet! This is my favorite.
It's time for Tamagotchi. It's a word that means we're friends. Tamagotchi. Tightly, totally, very, very muchy. Tamagotchi. Every day's a lucky day. Tamagotchi. Here we go. Come with us, Tamagotchi.
So it makes all these sounds and stuff like that, and you pretty much got to keep your eyes on it 24/7, or the thing dies. It used to go to heaven. Doesn't really go to heaven anymore. Now it just goes up in a spaceship.
Just goes to space.
Right.
So we discovered that because I didn't let it die. I let it go to space.
You neglected it, and it was a return adoption, basically. The planet was like, you're coming back. That guy's terrible.
You gave it to somebody else to take care of.
I did.
Right?
I found a babysitter.
Okay. Then it came back to you, and it went to space while in your care, correct?
That's correct.
Would this be really, really, really morbid if we did a phoner later of parents where they told their kids their pets went?
Listen. No,
because there are some, right, that just tell them, oh, the dog ran away.
Yeah.
But
they all go to a wonderful farm.
Of course.
Okay.
There's a rainbow bridge, and it's beautiful. But I'm sure parents have gotten a little creative with some of the places the pets have gone.
and
Space
here's one
might
you
be
can use right here, space. Right? All right, so you were living with your Tamagotchi being...
Tagashi.
Yeah,
It has a
Tagashi,
name.
Right.
Well,
Even has a name.
He was reborn. Tagashi was reborn before I left for the weekend to go to Virginia because KK challenged me and said, since you couldn't keep him reborn the first time, would you rather write a eulogy or would you keep him alive throughout the weekend and at the wedding and bring him back?
Now, this is a tough weekend. I mean, that would have been an easy thing to do just to say, the eulogy thing. But you're going to be around friends. You're going to be around family. You've got to rework a speech while this thing's going...
Exactly.
Whatever it makes.
He's got a baby now.
Now you got a
Your
baby.
life changes.
But you took the tougher road and you went, let me try to keep this thing alive.
I did. I like a challenge, and I felt like I wanted to prove that I could be responsible and take care of my Tamagotchi. Now,
and it's Tagashi the sequel, right?
Yeah, the sequel. Exactly.
Tagashi 2.0.
Well, it won't be a 3. It won't be a trilogy because, see, here's the thing.
Okay.
So, no, but I did well, okay, for the most part, because in the beginning, it was rough, and I knew it was a bad idea because I got on the plane, and I got my flight last minute, so I had to sit in the middle, right? So I'm already aggravated that I had to sit in the middle of these two grown men, and in the middle of the flight, I just hear something in the overhead going beep beep.
You put your child in the overhead. What?
What's wrong with you? He can't breathe in there. There's no air in there.
I had to put him in the bag to go through security. I did. did.
No, he's in your pocket, and when you go through security, you put him out of your pocket, and he gets his own bed. That's what a good mother does.
Listen,
Man.
I'm gonna tell you this. I'm always the person who doesn't care what people think about me until I have to pull out a Tamagotchi. Then all of a sudden, I care about everybody's. I was not walking through security with the Tamagotchi hanging from my jeans so that they would have to say, "Sir, can you take your Tamagotchi and put it into the little bin and roll them through?" I wasn't gonna go through that.
There are plenty of times when you have a kid or you have a puppy where they're doing something that humiliates you as a parent, but you still love them, you still care for them.
So y'all telling me I wasn't supposed to put it in the overhead bin?
No,
Okay.
it's frigid in there.
Well-
It's cold and you can't breathe.
Listen, you hear it going off now? It's an hour flight. I
me
figured
hear
it
it.
would be fine.
Yeah, because
but I
you're
wasn't-
getting all the words in. He's
I
got
wa-
words.
Oh, yeah, that's what parents say, too, when they just leave their kids at home for an hour. Junior will be fine.
Y'all gonna stop comparing children to this Tamagotchi. I wasn't standing up between two grown men in the middle of a flight and taking a Tamagotchi out the overhead to say, "Excuse me, bro, excuse me."
All right, so it's beeping. Nobody knows where the beeping's coming from.
And you
No,
could hear
no.
the guilt you must have been feeling as your Tamagotchi is slowly making its way into space.
It's going,
It was- And it kept getting louder and more frequent. And every time people was looking around, I was looking with them. I don't know. It's amazing.
It's cold. Daddy, it's so dark. Come get me, Daddy.
I wasn't doing it.
I'm scared. Daddy, so scared. Come get me, Daddy.
Never thought about reaching up there and grabbing them,
No.
resuscitating them.
No, wasn't worth it.
What's all
but
these loud noises? We're moving so fast, Daddy.
it was an hour flight. He survived. Okay, he surved. He did. He
Oh, he did?
survived. He
Really?
survived. So we made it through that part.
Okay.
no thanks to you, right?
No
question.
Uh-huh.
You deplane. How long does it take you to get into that bag and check on your son?
Oh, as soon as I got to it, no one could see me.
So soiled and angry, you pull the Tamagotchi
Yes.
out of your backpack.
Yes.
Okay.
And it was
Not you soiled, by the way.
it went to the bathroom like as if it were upset with me. Like it was all over the place. And I cleaned them up. I fed them.
In here, I got so many duties, Daddy.
I did good. I did really well all the way up until we were in the hotel room. And again, I found myself.
Who's we?
It was me, my uncle, and it was like a lot of the men from her family, from my new aunt's family. And it was in that moment that I'm sitting there with the fellas, and we are all having this moment. We having some drinks. We talking about real life things. We inspiring each other. Man talk, you know.
Yeah.
And then right as the man talk gets serious. So once again, everybody's looking around. Y'all hear that? What's that? I don't hear anything. I don't hear. I wasn't. Again, I'm like in my mind. I'm either have to deal with these jokes. But it was one thing when it was my family.
Yeah.
This is a different family now. I can't explain to grown men why I'm pulling a purple Tamagotchi out my bag in the middle of inspirational man talk.
2 words. Morning radio.
Right.
Yeah.
It's a great excuse.
That doesn't work. They think I'm just making it up. They don't believe me.
You're still going to get a hard time.
I,
Right.
I still get a hard time for Live Like a Woman Week. They still think that I wanted to do that and that wasn't radio. So I can't get away with anything. I wasn't about to give them more reasons to judge me. So I thought, hey, if it survived an hour the first time, right, we're only going to be here drinking for about an hour. It'll be fine again. And then I went to pick it out the bag after all of the men left and I was by myself alone in the
Yes.
hotel room.
Yep.
And I saw I saw the spaceships.
Oh, no.
He went home again.
Tamagotchi went home again.
Double murder.
Can't even look at you. All right, so you know what your punishment is. You're writing a eulogy.
You got to write the
You-
eulogy for tomorrow, man.
Okay.
Writing
Yep.
a eulogy for Tagashi.
Yeah.
Tagashi 1.0 and Tagashi 2.0.
You got a lot of apologies to make to this little
Listen.
bag because you kicked it early. I heard it beeping and I
did,
saw you kick
'cause
your bag.
I've had enough, Davi. I've had enough. The thing does not beep when it's convenient, ever. It never beeps when it's a good time to beep.
Yeah, that's like you could tell your baby or your dog, go ahead and bark and poop when it's
Yeah.
convenient for you, dog.
It's
puppy.
not always about you, puppy. Cry when it's convenient for me.
I'm going to every rescue, every humane society with a picture of Mo that says, "Do not adopt to this man."
I'm not
he
mad.
murdered 2 Tamagotchis.
Not mad, just disappointed.
Throwing in the towel.
So I'm guessing you're not getting the puppy now?
Huh?
Are you not getting the puppy now?
It's a decision I'm going to make this weekend.
What do you that 3 spaceships told you no?
The Bert Show.